no matter the injuries, the sicknesses, everybody stepped between those four lines and they played hard. They gave everything that they have.
What a year. I never could have imagined last bucket of my rookie season would be a 3. But maybe God's saying give them a taste of what they'll be seeing more of in year 2, LOL.
Is how competitive they are and how hard they continue to play each and every night.
Did you hear about Teresa Weatherspoon getting fired from the Chicago Sky? At first, I thought it was just because of their terrible 13-27 record. But nope, there's way more to this story. It involves steroids, a rising star's downfall, and a coach who might have crossed the line. Let's break it down. Teresa Weatherspoon was a WNBA legend. She was a 5-time All-Star and led the New York Liberty to the finals 4 times. After retiring, she became a coach known for helping young players reach their potential. Everyone thought she'd be perfect for the Chicago Sky. But here's the thing, coaching in the WNBA isn't easy. Teams want results fast and coaches feel that pressure. Weatherspoon was no exception. She needed to turn the Sky around and she was ready to do whatever it took. You know what's crazy? Sometimes that pressure makes people do things they shouldn't. And that's where our story really begins. What happens when a coach's desire for success pushes them over the edge? Well, you're about to find out. Remember Angel Reese's rough start in the league? Well, her sudden transformation from bench warmer to game changer raised some major red flags. What if I told you Weatherspoon might be the reason behind Reese's suspicious leap in performance? Angel Reese came into the WNBA with high expectations.
Caitlin Clark became the first ever rookie in WNBA history to record a triple-double twice in the same season.
And a lot of people, when you're going through a lot of things, just kind of throw the towel in. But that's not something this team did. We played hard all the time.
What a year. I never could have imagined last bucket of my rookie season would be a 3. But maybe God's saying give them a taste of what they'll be seeing more of in year 2, LOL.
But her rookie season was anything but smooth sailing. In her first 10 games, she scored less than 10 points in 5 of them. Fans were starting to wonder if she was really cut out for the big leagues. I mean, imagine being a top draft pick and struggling to even make an impact on the court. It's gotta be tough, right? But then something weird happened. Out of nowhere, Reese's game took off like a rocket. She went from barely making a dent in the scoreboard to dominating games. Now I'm all for player development, but this wasn't just a little improvement. We're talking about a complete 180 in her performance. You know what's crazy? People started asking questions. How does a player go from struggling to superstar so fast? That's when the whispers started. Steroid use. Yeah, you heard that right. Rumors were flying that Reese might be using performance-enhancing drugs to boost her game. But here's where it gets even crazier. Those rumors didn't stop with Reese. People started pointing fingers at Coach Weatherspoon too. They were saying she might have influenced Reese's decision to use steroids. Can you believe it? A legendary player turned coach, possibly pushing a young star to cheat just to get some wins? Think about it. Weatherspoon was under a ton of pressure to turn the Sky around. The team was struggling, and she needed results fast. It's not hard to see how a coach in that position might make some bad choices. But this was on a whole other level. If these allegations are true, Weatherspoon wasn't just risking her own career. She was gambling with Reese's entire future in the league. Imagine being a young player, trusting your coach, and then finding out they led you down a path that could destroy everything you've worked for. Think the steroid scandal was bad? Wait till you hear how it tore the whole team apart. The Chicago Sky's 2024 season wasn't just disappointing, it was a complete disaster. We're talking about a team that went from playoff hopefuls to the laughingstock of the league in just a few months. Let's break down their nightmare season. The Sky finished with a brutal 13-27 record. That's bad enough, but it gets worse. After the Olympic break, they only won 3 out of 16 games. It's like they forgot how to play basketball overnight. But here's the real kicker. It wasn't just about losing games. The team was falling apart from the inside. Weatherspoon's coaching decisions were causing major drama in the locker room. She was all about Angel Reese, all the time. Other talented players like Camila Cardoso were left warming the bench. Imagine being Cardoso. You're a star in your own right. But suddenly you're watching from the sidelines while Reese gets all the playing time. That's gotta hurt, right? And it's not like Reese was always delivering. Her performance was all over the place, but Weatherspoon kept pushing her as the team's main option. The Sky's game plan became predictable. Everything revolved around Reese. When she was on, it worked, but when she wasn't, the whole team suffered. Other players couldn't find their rhythm because they never knew when they'd get a chance to contribute. You know what happens when a coach plays favorites? The team turns on each other. Players were frustrated, pointing fingers, and probably wondering why they even showed up to practice. It's hard to win games when you can't even trust your teammates. And let's talk about those losses. The Sky weren't just losing, they were getting embarrassed. There were games where they looked completely lost on the court. No coordination, no strategy, just a bunch of talented players who couldn't figure out how to work together. It wasn't just about one player anymore. Weatherspoon's choices were destroying the entire team from the inside out.
Coming at somebody white who is a beloved star of theirs.
No matter the injuries, the sicknesses, everybody stepped between those four lines and they played hard. They gave everything that they have.
Quick hitter number 3 goes to Chicago Sky rookie forward Angel Reese, who has a new weekly podcast called Unapologetically Angel.
The once promising Chicago Sky had become a cautionary tale of what happens when a coach loses sight of the big picture. You think getting fired was the worst part for Weatherspoon? That was just the beginning. The Chicago Sky's decision to let her go wasn't just about their terrible season. It was the start of a scandal that would rock the entire WNBA. Picture this. The Sky's front office calls Weatherspoon in for a meeting. They're not happy, and can you blame them? The team's 13-27 record speaks for itself. But as they start talking, it becomes clear this is about way more than just losing games. The Sky didn't just fire Weatherspoon. They dropped a bombshell citing her involvement in Angel Reese's doping scandal as a major reason for her dismissal. Can you imagine? A legendary player turned coach accused of pushing performance-enhancing drugs on a young star. It's the kind of thing that can destroy careers, but here's where it gets even crazier. The fallout didn't stop with Weatherspoon losing her job. A lawsuit was filed against Reese, and guess whose name came up? Yep, Weatherspoon's. The suit claims she wasn't just aware of Reese's steroid use, she actively encouraged it. Think about what this means for the WNBA. We're not just talking about one coach making bad choices. This scandal threatens the integrity of the entire league. Fans are questioning everything now. How many other players might be using? How many other coaches are looking the other way? The WNBA's reputation took a serious hit.
I have ever wanted to come and dub and make an impact. I can confidently say I have done and will strive to keep doing so.
Is how competitive they are and how hard they continue to play each and every night.
Breaking news, Angel Reese is out for the year with a season-ending injury, she announced on her social media.
Women's basketball has fought so hard for respect and recognition. Now, all that progress is at risk because of one coach's obsession with creating a superstar. You know what's really messed up? Weatherspoon probably thought she was doing the right thing. She wanted to win, to prove herself as a coach. But in trying to create a star, she didn't just lose her job. She might have lost everything she worked for. This isn't just about Weatherspoon anymore. It's about trust. Can fans trust that what they're seeing on the court is real? Can young players trust their coaches to look out for their best interests? The WNBA has some serious soul-searching to do. The fallout from this scandal is huge. Weatherspoon's career is in ruins, Reese's future is uncertain, and the WNBA's reputation took a major hit. It's not just about one coach or one player anymore. This whole mess raises some serious questions about what's happening behind the scenes in women's basketball. Think about the pressure coaches face to win. Is it pushing them to make choices that hurt the game? Weatherspoon probably thought she was doing what she needed to succeed, but at what cost? Now everyone's questioning everything. Are other players using steroids? Are other coaches looking the other way? The trust between fans, players, and the league is shaken. Here's the big question we all need to think about. Is winning at all costs worth destroying careers and tarnishing the sport we love? That's what's at stake here. The WNBA needs to take a hard look at itself and figure out how to move forward.